study the introduction to sociology continues last week. What kind of difference between the disciplines? For example, last week we will study what is the difference sociology and anthropology, and also what is difference between sociology and psychology. Just to briefly review about the differences shows in the screen. The psychology and sociology have some differences. Psychology is a study of the attitude or mental characteristic of an individual or small groups. So psychology is focused individual and small group. But on the other hand, the sociology is a more bigger to study area. It is a study of the collective behavior of a large group or society. So in the group or community and any committee, many people consist of the members, and then they focus the collective behavior. There are many different peoples and many different ideas. So sociology is more wider than psychology about the studying area. Also, psychology is experimental in nature, some experiment. But on the other hand, the sociology is observational in the nature, observation. See what is the different, why the reason to act, something like that, and what is the effect in the group and the committee. Also focused on human mind. The psychology focuses the human mind, but sociology focuses the interaction with people, or people. So committee or group consists of people. So people have exactly different idea and different thinking. So how do they effective to the group direction or group characteristic? Also, the psychology studies behavior. Each people, what they do behavior. What do they behavior? Why? Also, sociology studies the emotion of people. And then the emotion is become an outcome to the effects, the group characteristic. So the study area is in psychology about the anger, stress, intelligence, memory, etc. It is something like a people's act, people's behavior. But on the other hand, sociology related studying area is culture, history, or education, etc. This is for differences between psychology and sociology. And last week we reviewed what is the difference for sociology and anthropology. Sociology focuses on social processes, as I said, is group emotion, something, group activities. But anthropology focuses the cultures. Also, anthropology is a listen to social science. And also, this sociology is the same. The listen to social science area. Also, the same thing is understand ways of life, society, culture, etc. is the same area between sociology and anthropology. But the difference is complemented by anthropological research area in sociology. But on the other hand, anthropology complemented by sociological researches is a little bit different. The outcome and the first starting. So also the very important thing is sociology oriented from the Western civilization, historically. But the anthropology is originated from the primitive groups. It means prehistorics. So the research method in sociology and anthropology have some differences. Sociology method, sampling, particular sampling. But the anthropology method is generally holistic. This is different for sociology and anthropology. So mainly they study area of in sociology, study of the modern communities. But anthropology, a study of the ancient communities, is history. That's why history generally method. But I said is psychology is the sociology is a social science area, but anthropology is a natural science area. It's very different. So that's why they are research method in social science and natural science. It's different. This is sociology and anthropology differences. Okay, and today we will study what is the differences between each disciplines, for example, economics and social sciences. Today we will study that. First, what is the difference between sociology versus economics? Some people say sociology is combined every discipline area, inner discipline area. Later we will talk about that. So sociology refers what research area is very wide because it's a culture, community, and groups. But psychology is a small group or individual, as I said. Anthropology focused the history, but the sociology is the modern phenomenon. Also, the economics. Economics is the social science, same sociology, but the anthropology is a natural science. So anyway, this economics is the social science. So also it's analyze the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. It's economics. The economics is a very wide area for study area. Research area is very wide. But the sociology includes the research area economics plus human social relationship and institutions. Some people say sociology is more wide, better than economics. So the economics and sociology is a little bit study area. And also sociology is a very wide scope because it studies all type of social relationship. It's a sociology. But economics is a little bit narrow scope because it studies economic institutions and economic activities of man. So did you hear that the news today? This news is very focused, the economic news. This is not included the sociology. Is economic status a little bit better there. So did you heard that the lots of the economic crisis or very difficult time, but the data shows that the 2.6 increase of GDP. So it means is United economics is increased, it's getting better then. But most people, some people very complained. Some people have some complaint for their own business. So in the small self-business owners have very big complaint for we have no customers. We have no very low sale volume or something. But now some company increased a little bit inventory. It means the economic status getting better. So this is another story. Anyway, the economics studies economic institution and economic activities of man and society. Also, the sociology is distract in nature. Very variables are very difficult to measure because it is observationist area, experimental area. But economics is concrete in nature. The variables are easy to measure and quantified. But I don't understand and I don't accept these differences because it related for research area and methodologies. Economics research area is very difficult. Also, variables is very difficult to choose that. For example, last time we will study the function. F means the function. Function means include every concept. The people think about the reason and the group and economics, every status and phenomena we can explain through the functions. So simply in statistics, methodologies, mathematics, and economics or business shows this type, fx, function. Function is representative every status and phenomena, even if it's mental or psychological. Anyway, fx is the independent variables. But dependent variables is so many there, so many. If you come in here to study for your life in the United States through the affluent students, this is for function. What is the aim? What is the goals? Your goal is I graduate the schools and get a degree and make some fluent English skill and knows American study, American society, and then become American members, or finally wants to living in here for your life, for your futures, or something like that. Everything is your goal, which shows that the goal is fx. This is different dependence function. And the dependence factors affected by independent. Independent is x1. It means x1, x2, x3 means independent variables. So if you want to study in here by F1 students, there are many many kind of variables. These variables you want to your mission or goal or English or your lots of reasoning there, your degree. So the independence variables is a lot. That's why it's not easy to to calculate or correct the variables. Anyway, so what is your goal? Okay, I want to make my own restaurant. I want to make some my own business in here. And what is the values? You have the seed money. Do you have the skills? Do you have the management idea? There are lots of reasoning there. That is, we say, individual values. So each individual values have coefficient A, B, C, etc. This function is basic for every phenomenon in society, sociology, and economics, and psychology, everything. We can explain through this equation. And the point is that what is that fx, the dependence variables? What is the independence variables? It's very difficult to choose the independence variables. For example, if you want to buy your own home in the United States, and then what do you think? What's your idea? Ask your wife, and you ask for the agent, and see, correct the data through the newspaper and the agents. You want more information for your decision making to buy your own home. So, for example, this is for education level. Which cities, NIM cities or more urban cities, this is. And what is size, 3 bedroom and 3 baths. There are lots of values in there. So you choose 4 or 5 anyway. If you choose more independent variables, it's more difficult to make solution. Later in the economics class, I'll teach you the more detail. But anyway, if you have more independence variables, you cannot make final dependence variables. That is the outcomes. Totally, we say in the economics sense is outcome, income. Yeah, sorry. Output, input. How do they operate it and then make outcome? Outcome is okay. So fx is the output. Finally, you will decide by this one. This is output. Input is which city, what is the price, what is how many rooms and bathrooms, what shape, and some transportation, easy transportation, something, everything. And then make some operated this equation, and then you can make your final decision making. So this arrow we said black box. Nobody knows which operate in the box, and then finally we get it output. So we come back in here. Sociology is variables is very difficult to measure exactly. Also, the economics variables is also very difficult. It's not easy to that. It's a little bit, I don't accept this. Understand? I don't disagree that. I disagree this definition. Also, the sociology is a general science. I said it's general science. Social science, general science. But the economics is a little bit narrow concept. That's why they say it is a special science. And the social relationship is the core subject matters of sociology. It studies man as a social animal. So sometimes the sociology is focused on animal sociology. Did you hear the news this week in the Paris Olympics in French? And you know the horse games is big problems, big issues nowadays. Why they push them to horse? So they don't want to Olympic Games. They argue that today's issues, because it's this point is with some push or some, how can I say, they are very difficult time to host, and they punish them. So it is related to animal sociology. So some people, I don't know that, but some animal experts says each animal has their humanity, something like humanity, integrity. How can we explain that? I don't know. But anyway, the animal has some mind and aspect from people. That's why they don't want to anymore to games in Olympics. Yes, okay. But economics is production and the distribution of goods and services, basic subject matters, and also study of wealth disposals. But the authors, or they make the table guys, very narrow concept for definition. Anyway, a little bit disagree. But the sociology is young science. Ask me, I don't understand. But the economics is an age-old. Which one is more long history? I don't know. Sociology is economics. Is both of them is start same. Very long history there, but it is a little bit problem for disagree. As the other definition between sociology versus economics, the general science and particular science. Economics is particular science, so a little bit agree there. The study of the abstract things in society. Abstract things, totally things, the natural science. The study of concrete things in an economics. So economics makes final answers through the numbers or statistics. That's why concrete things, they say. Sociology is considered human as a social beings. Human beings, social beings, it's a concept, it's very similar concept. It's a human being. Human and human beings are a little bit different concept, as you know. So social also same is social beings, okay? So considers, in economics, it considers a human as economic beings. So economic beings means is the some specified area focused. Main points is make profit, and the economic beings considers this up. It's very simple, but it's very important concept in the economics. How can we input minimize? Because particularly, how do we make the maximize outcome? This is economic beings pursue the concept. Also, sociology has a broad scope, more broader than economics. But the economics has a narrow scope. I agree that. The younger science, more old age science, as I said, and also the sociology study of the human beings in the sociological perspective. But economics study of the human beings in economic perspectives. How to make it to maximize outcome. How to minimize the income, input. And so many concepts in there, from there. This is a sociology and economics. So simply, they make some differences between economics and sociology. Have some charts for, okay, I'll show you the table. Oops, where is it? Page 34, I'll show you that. Oops, where is it? 34. Oh, here you go. Okay. I don't know this table to shows that. Okay, later. I'm sorry. How can I do? Oops. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. 자, 이게 지금
나가셔야 돼 이거는.
이거 앉아 나가야 돼? 그러면 꺼버려야 되는 거예요?
그냥 미니마이즈 시켜놓으시고.
잠깐만요. 미니마이즈 하고
워드에다
워드에다 불러.
불러내시면 됩니다.
불러갖고 이걸
그럼 바로
안 나가.
안 나오구나.
이 테이블을 좀 보일 수 있게 한번 들려면 어떻게? 어디 갔어?
그러면 이 자체로 워드를 여기에서 가지고 이거 미니마이즈
완전.
이거를
응.
그냥
다 돼.
이거 끄셔야 돼요.
끄고 그럼
예.
그럼 끄고 난 다음에 어떻게?
그냥 엔드 슬라이드 쇼 해놓고 그리고 키시면은
예, 여기 들어왔어 이걸.
예.
이것을 스크린으로.
그렇군요. 죄송합니다. 그러면은 이거를 여기에서 바꿔가지고
디스플레이 세팅을.
세팅을 가가지고 익스텐드로 하지 말고 그냥 두플리케이트 되는 걸로 하면 이렇게 나타납니다.
그러면 그 다음에
예, 두플리케이트 해놓고
예.
킵 세팅 해놓고요.
예.
이거 이제 워드를 하고 그럼 워드가 나오잖아요.
계속 이 상태로 유지하면 컴퓨터가
나오고,
유지되는. 예.
그리고
다시
이거
이거 들어서.
다시 이건가요?
네. 가서
예.
거기 장
예,
찾으면
하고
돼요.
하셔가지고 바로
프롬.
예, 그렇게 하시면 미니마이즈만 해놓으시고
이렇게 놓고요.
예.
저 두 개로 창을 떼야 되는구나.
두 개를 안 하시고 미니마이즈만 하시면 돼요.
예. 뭐요?
미니마이즈 하시고
예.
그러면은
왜 지금 마우스가 이래? 공부가 있나? 꺼버렸어.
잠깐만요. 요거 미니마이즈 해놓으시고 그리고 워드를
근데 이게 창이 여러 개 있대. 이것도 아니 이만 다
일단
끄치고.
요거 끄시고 예, 그리고
두 개 창이네.
워드를
오케이. 감사합니다. 참 감사합니다. Okay. We have some problem for technical support from them. Okay. Anyway, I want to show that this table, because it's there sometimes or frequently students ask me some curious things about the general education. And some professors teach that the sociology, introduction sociology is also very basic subject in the general education. Also in the introduction to economics is same. So a little bit duplicate, lots of areas duplicated. So many students ask me, what is the difference? The economics and the sociology. Which is more wider scope. So that's why I find for your understanding, but between economics and sociology. But most of people is confusing. It's okay anyway. It is basic subject in college level education. So this table shows that differences. Economics focused on how economic factors behave in a given scenario and how economics operate. That is the economics definition. We have many kind of factors, I say. Dependent factors, independent factors, or sometimes we say this variables. Variables or factors is same meaning. So the economics focus the economic factors and how do they behave in our activity, and finally makes economic outcomes. But sociology traditionally focus of sociology includes social stratification, social class, religions, law, etc. Some sociologists say all of them in society. It's correct. But economics is further divided into macroeconomic and microeconomics. Microeconomics analyze elements such as the individual buyers and business, while macroeconomics analyze the economy as a whole, where factors of production such as land, labor, and capital are studied in the detail. It is the macroeconomic area. Later you will study macroeconomic and microeconomic, and as a whole in the economics. But sociology can also be defined as the general science of society. It uses variable method of critical analysis and empirical investigation, develops a system of knowledge about the social change and the behavior. In the sociology and the group and the committee very quickly and widely changed the behavior. So how do we approach their developments, the system, or the social knowledge? This is sociology. So other broad definitions within economics include positive economics and normative economics. Positive economics describe what is, while normative economics focus on what should be. What is means now, and what should be means is why they become that, doing that, something. Why do finally outcomes? That is what should be. But sociology has slowly expanded its focus on other subjects such as the health, medicines, military, social stigma, and system of control, and the role of social activities in human development. There are many kinds of difference and change. Also subject. So sociology slowly expand their area. Health, insurance, medical, military, social activities, everything is different, economic and sociology. Also, economic analysis can find an application in finance, governments, businesses. Even at the time, apply the subjects such as crime, family law, and war. You know, in the United States, every subject, such as the law, business, economics, sociology, psychology, philosophy, everything, they have ethics. Later we will study the ethics. So ethics is also very wide scope in study area. So ethics of economics, ethics of law ethics, economic ethics, social ethics, something like that, philosophy ethics. So in the Western side, especially United States, very focused ethics. So ethics is the mandatory subject in every area. So the economic is also same thing. So sociology also, research done through sociology has influenced the various aspects of life, and so because it is related to human beings, human behavior. So the sociology find through the various aspects of life, and also find its application among the politicians, policy makers, educators, and legislators. So it is more covered wide area. So economics started from Adam Smith, the 17th century. So we say he is regarded as the father of modern economics, 15th century. But the modern day of sociology can find its origins through the works Auguste Comte. It is 19th century. But we say that he's the father of the modern sociology. We cannot say that. But the Auguste Comte is regarded as modern day sociology fathers. Okay. Anyway, this is for sociology and economics differences. So we come back to here, sociology and economics differences. And next move to what is the difference sociology and science, social science. Sociology is a subfield of social science, something like the economics. It focuses on the study of a human society. This is sociology. So social science, on the other hand, is the broader field, encompasses the study of various aspects of human society and behavior, including sociology. Social science is more wide area in human society. Sociology and social science are interconnected, but distinct field of study. Sociology focuses on understanding human behavior, as I said, within social structure. On the other hand, the social science encompasses a broader range of disciplines, explores various aspects of a human society, including psychology, economics, the political sciences. So social science is a more broader area than sociology. But also both of disciplines contributed to our understanding of society and cultures. This is a sociology and social science definition. So mostly says science. Science is a little bit closer to methodology area. So science is a systemized body of knowledge. As I said, system means science is a systemized body of knowledge. This is science definition. So an essential feature of scientific knowledge is that based upon sensory observation and empirical data. We are observed and empirical data. This is based on knowledge, scientific knowledge. The information acquired through sensory observation has to be made meaningful. It means is the information acquired. So last time I talked data. Data from history. History is activity, phenomena, or anything. We have history. And we can choose the history, make the data. Data made through the history. And we have some data. And some act history makes data. Data makes information. There are many kinds of methods and ways, and many more computers and statistics, something like that. The representative example is data mining, as you heard that, big data. We are tremendous data, as you know. How do we make the information for useful idea from tremendous data? There are many kinds of tools to make information through the data. And information makes decision. So if you want to buy a laptop, and you have some history. Okay, I using the HP, somebody or Delta, and using some Samsung or something like that. The history, and make some data in your mind, in your head. So data means okay, is HP laptop is better. In this decision, very many tremendous factors for your decision. Finally, you can make decision for buying HP laptop. This processing is finally get the decision. You will buy the HP laptops. It is reverse one by one, reverse that, the information and some knowledge. So this knowledge or information through the data from the history. And then finally you can get a make decision. So economics and social science, every area wants to make the decision. Decision is for your optimal solution. But sometimes it's wrong, sometimes it's correct. These three jobs processing has lots of the problem or focus the research area. This is for disciplines. In the university and some research area, everywhere we can charge for or engage this area. This is a series of the study. So any kind of disciplines, finally I said, most of disciplines contribute to our understanding of society and the cultures. This is the final answer for sociology and social science. So what the reason is the science basic element of scientific method. I said scientific method. Perspective of sociology, socially well-defined subject matters, but this is for very detailed approach to sociology. Scientific research, scientific method, something like that. This is for scientific sociology. So finally, what is the difference between social science and sociology? Is the main differences between sociology and social science lies in their scope. Scope is more widely area or narrowly. Scopes and specialization is different. So sociology is a specific disciplines focused on the scientific study of society, group behavior, and social structure, something like that. It dives deep into understanding the complexity of the societal interaction and institutions, the group activities and individual humans. On the other hand, social science is a broader term that encompasses various disciplines, including sociology, psychology, anthropology, economics, and political science, and etc. These disciplines explore different aspects of human behavior, culture, economics, politics, and more. While sociology specializes in the study of society, the social science provides a wide perspective, allowing individuals to choose from a diverse range of fields, making it versatility choice for their interest in exploring various factors of human existence. So I'll show you the social. Okay. Social science. There are many different approach there. Differences between social science and sociology is lots of papers, but my idea is past it's more deep in areas. So because this is for introduction area. So if you want to study more about the sociology, it's very deeply area in methodology or landscape and umbrella terms, more something more focus, lots of the studying area in between the sociology and the social science. And basically social science is more wide, the broader scope of study. Every disciplines, as I said, economics, social science, or political science, sociology, all things include that thing. So let's pass that. Yeah. What is that? Fine. Just I want to introduce the finally thought about sociology and the social science. Ultimately, the choice between sociology and the social science depends on your passions, career aspirations, and the level of specialization you desire. So, if you want to become a socialist, so basically sociology and social science is different area, but if you want which one, choice, if you have submit the choice and move wide, so it is depends on your compassion, career aspiration. Some people have to graduate the university level or college level, get a job, and then which job is for your good or your futures. There are many kind of factors there. First, you think how much the wage, how much the stress for them, or some stress and some make money and your future, and lots of factors for your future jobs. So something like that is passion also, and aspirations, and the level of specialization. So social science is more broader study area. So, but the social science is broad, even if they are very, how can I say this, very interesting area, the social science. Because it's, if you graduate the bachelor level social science and then you become an economics, more specified area. For example, economist, social science, socialist, and especially scientist, something like that. So sociology and social science is very good area for your future. So also, if you graduate or get a social science, and then you become an applied sociologist, it's very good area. I highly recommend that. Okay, let's pass the sociology and micro. Okay, let me have one thing. What is the difference microsociology and macrosociology? It is a little bit helpful you understanding sociology. The study of everyday behavior in situations, face-to-face interaction is usually called microsociology. Say again, the study of everyday behavior in situations of face-to-face interaction is usually called microsociology. Okay? But macrosociology is the analysis of large-scale social systems. Something like the political system, economic order. This is macrosociology. Microsociology is to day by day, face to face interactions includes the microsociology area. But the other hand, macrosociology is to analysis of large scale of social systems, something like the political systems, economic systems, group systems, or something like that. It also includes the analysis of long-term processes of change, such as the development of industrialism. At the first glance, it might seem that the microanalysis and the macroanalysis are distinct from one another. Two microsociology and macrosociology are very closely connected. Macroanalysis is essential if we are to understand the institutional background of daily life. So the daily life accumulated one by one and accumulated, and then this area is to study for macro sociology. Also, micro studies are in turn necessary for illuminating broad institutional patterns. Face-to-face interaction is clearly the main base of all forms of social organizations, no matter how large scale, because the individual consists of the group or community or cultures. So micro studies study from macro sociology study from the micro, because each individuals make groups, and then there are some face-to-face interactions, and then the group characteristic or analysis area includes the macro sociology. So many sociological studies of specific local communities also deal with the macro sociological impact huge social changes, such as industrialization and economic globalization. There are many big exchange world history. This is for covered in macro sociology. People cannot live apart, isolated. Anyway, people join the groups or committees and then automatically lives in some specified cultures. This area is microsociology. So sociology tells that our everyday life is living the families, social groups, communities, and neighborhoods, and schools, everything. So it is possible to see the influence and effects of both micro and macro level phenomena. Many sociological studies of specific local communities deal with the macro sociological effect of huge social changes. For example, industrialization, as I said, and economic globalization. But they also explore the way individuals, groups, and social movements cope with such changes and attempt to turn them to their advantages. This is for micro and macro sociology. It's a basic starting this. Okay? And let's move to sociologists. I say that there are many kinds of jobs in the world, but what is your sociologist is good for your life? Oh, I highly recommend. But what does a sociologist do? Also, where does the sociologist work? So potential public service job for sociologists graduates include law in social and welfare services, public health services, the volunteer sectors, criminal justice, probation and prison services, rehabilitations, and housing services. These things is the sociologist's work area. What does the socialist doing that? Sociologists study human behavior, interaction, and organizations in the college level. So they observe the activity of social, religious, political, and economic groups, organizations, and institutions. These areas for socialists doing job. Also, they examine the effect of social influences, including organizations and institutions, on different individuals and groups. So, as you know, in the society, very different and tremendous different individuals and groups. This area is for your socialist working area. So sociologist works at the social and welfare services. As I said, public health science, public health services, very important. Also the volunteer sectors and the criminal justice, probation and prison service. Also their careers in the socialists. Many sociologists have a graduate training, but those with a 4-year degree in sociology apply the sociological perspective to a wide variety of jobs. So at least you graduate and get a degree of sociology and you are very powerful sociologist. So you can do it wide variety of jobs in, for example, business area and the health professionals and the criminal justice system, social services, and especially government. So socialist is doing that. So I narrowed it. The socialist doing job is that. What is the socialist duties and responsibilities? Here are some example. Some key responsibilities of a socialist: research design, data collection, data analysis, hypothesis testing, and report writing, policy analysis, teaching and education, consultation, social advocacy, ethnographic fieldwork, and community engagement, media and communication, cultural analysis, social theory development. These things is all of them in the world, in every phenomenon. More widely narrative, these things a little bit understanding, but some factors I don't understand. But in the college level, in sociology degree, they study this area is correct. So there are some type of the sociologist, because I said it's very widely job area. So what kind of types of sociologist? Criminologist, medical sociologist, environmental sociologist, educational sociologist, family sociologist, gender and sexualist sociologist, urban sociologist, globalization sociologist, political sociologist, race and ethnicity sociologist, media sociologist, social network analyst, economic sociologist, religious sociologist, etc. So many things to do in sociology majors. It depends on your ideas. Some people, some students, not agree with that, but anyway, the sociology is very wide working area in the world. And next, move to sociology in focused. That's why the sociology study area focused. Crime, deviance, family, health, inequality. As you know, this, as I said last week, this year in the United States, big election in November for president. So now you heard that the news from the competitors is changed from Biden to Harris. So lots of things is moving quickly. Today news, yesterday, today, very quickly changed the situation for election. And this is for a little bit include inequalities for main issues in president's election this year, because it's Harrison is to African American, also India. So also first nominate in the women's for president. Last time, did you remember this? Hillary Clinton is nominated, but it's failed for president by Trump. So this is more chance that, but it is a little bit includes the inequality and race problem. So sociology is to cover every area in the social research, everything. Finally, the goal of the sociology is to understand and explain pattern of social behavior. So in the disciplines, make some pattern and understanding. And then we focus next step and explain the situation. It is necessary to understanding the sociology. What kind of pattern? What kind of understanding? So the goal of the sociology is understand and make patterns or explain the patterns. Why do we give present on certain occasions? Why do we shake hands? Examine issues such as the aging, poverty, crime, mental illness. These things for goal of the sociology. And let's move to importance of sociology. What's the reason of the importance of sociology? But it's normally we say this disciplines. Systematic study of social phenomena, including problems. In the groups or committee, there are many kind of problems every day, every situation, every system. So how do they approach the systematic study of social phenomena? This is important things. Also understanding problems of social exclusion and marginalization. So how do we understanding the problems of each group and society and cultures? That's why very important area of sociology. Also sociology importance because of the investigating and understanding social crisis. As you know, in some groups, any kind of groups or committee have big issues for argue and also cooperation or some debates and communication, many kind of social issues for crisis. So sociology covered investigating and understanding social crisis. That's why it's very important. Also explaining social response to poverty, exclusion, marginalization, prejudice, and discrimination is very big issues in the social area. So sociology is very important area. And let's move to some authors summarize the 5 kind of importances of sociology. So that's why I introduced that. Importance of individuals, society, global levels, business professionals, for Pakistans. This is important for sociology. 5 areas. It is realized an individual that alone he is nothing because we cannot live alone. So we can make the sociology in the groups. I want to belong to some specified group and committee. And automatically I live in some specified cultures. It is importance of sociology reason. Sociology aware the people with the social realities and values. Also, sociologists try to inculcate the people that peaceful coexistence and status relevant and important for all nations. So this global level is for importance for sociology. Also business professionals, it relates by providing an depth knowledge of society. So professionals to interact properly with individuals and organizations using the knowledge of the social dynamics of the society to extend the business opportunities. So these authors makes this table wants to each 5 area, individual part, society part, global level, or business professional part, And the last, sociology, importance to Pakistan to create social harmony and build national characteristics. There are many kind of problem to local problem. As you know, there now India, Ukraine and Russia, and some Israel and so many Middle East problem. That's why very big issues in the world. It's basically related for sociology. That's why very important area is sociology. Okay. Okay. And okay, today that's all thing today class, and thanks for joining this class. And next week we will study the 5 pillars. Pillars means is some basic tools or support. So there are many kind of pillars for established. For example, how many pillars in there, and then built the buildings. So also the society have 5 kind of pillars. So we will study the next week the 5 pillars of society. Because it's a society, you are living in the society. Each people have a different society, and how do they? It's different. It depends on your idea. That's why we can give some knowledge for your sociology idea. Okay? Okay. Okay, thanks for joining this class, and see you next week. Bye.